Tan, over to you for the first question, please.
Thank you, Chair. Minister, how many areas do you expect will receive funding from the Future High Streets Fund?
Well, it's too early to say because it's a competitive fund. We are certainly looking for areas that will come forward with transformative plans for to ensure the sustainability and future-proof their high streets. We have in the prospectus set out a desire to see the money allotted into sort of lots as big as 25 million, although it is our expectation that many of them will be in the £5 to £10 million section. So you could do the maths, I'm sure, very quickly in your head, faster than I can do it. But I mean, we will really be governed by the quality and the speed of the bids that come forward. Okay, and how much of the funding will shortlisted places be given to enable them to develop their proposals during the phase 2? Well, that'll be done on a case-by-case basis. I think it's important to say that what we have sought to stop this sort of bidding fatigue that I think local authorities get into all over the country, we've attempted for the first round to be a relatively light touch, where people come forward with their plans without the need for excessive officer time and cost to be spent on it with their expression of interest. That we've asked them in that expression of interest to set out what capacity funding they would like if they move through to the second round, and we will deal with that on a case-by-case basis.
Okay. The securing of funding is a competitive process. Why did you decide to go down that route?
Well, basically, because we're spending taxpayers' money and we want to ensure that we get the best value for that money. To me, it seems that a competitive element where areas receive funding on the basis of the quality of their bid, I think seems to be a good way of ensuring that we deliver value for money. And we're looking for bids that renew, reshape town centres and improve the experience and the sustainability of them for the long term. Okay.
Do you think that, in terms of the local authorities, will they need to be able to demonstrate that they have secured private sector funding by the 22nd of March deadline, or
no?
Will that definitely not be the case?
That is not the case.
Okay, that's good. And there is a risk, would you not agree, that in terms of the timed nature of the process, that will put certain councils who have been focusing on other priorities but are perhaps most in need of this kind of support, that they will be at a disadvantage?
I'm not sure I'd accept that. I mean, it's a very valid concern. It's not one I recognise because we have done this very light touch expression of interest. It is intended that it is a collaborative process between local authorities and my department. We clearly want this to succeed because we all have a stake in ensuring that our high streets are here for the long term. I think it may be helpful for the committee if I was to say that, despite the prospectus having been launched on Boxing Day, which isn't a working day, and many local authorities not being there, it is welcomed by many local authorities, including the LGA. And since its launch less than a month ago, much less than a month ago, the form has been downloaded 800 times by interested parties.
Okay, thank you, Chair.
Sorry, just to be clear, in excess of 800 times.